Hey you guys, welcome back. I'm Lala's Grand. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling today, you guys? I hope you guys are doing great and that you guys had a great Thanksgiving. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. So this is a palette I used to come up with this gorgeous look, which you guys are going to see how I did. This palette has 15 different shades. She's got different formulas within this palette, and if you guys know anything about her history, she's had so many different formulas over time. But the formulation of this palette, it has different mattes, and then it also has cream to powder mattes. Like these two shades right here, Instinct and Edgy, they're pretty interesting because they're cream to powder. She also has two duochromes and even a multi-chrome in this palette. It really is a gorgeous palette, and when I saw it, I was like, oh, I really have to try this out. The last palette that I picked up from her was her Circo Loco palette. And just for size comparison, this palette's actually bigger than the My Dream. Both of these palettes do have 15 shades in them each, but the pan size is actually bigger in this palette. But this one, I actually don't mind the pan size being smaller in this palette. So let's hop right in so you guys can see how I came up with this look. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. So I've already moisturized, primed my face, and now I'm just applying just a teeny bit of color corrector. You don't need that much. I'm only going just in a little bit of areas where I have the dark spots that I want to cover before I apply my foundation. And the color corrector that I like to use is from Urban Decay, and it's in the shade Pure Red. For foundation, I'm going to be using Huda Beauty's Faux Filter foundation stick. I actually reviewed this in my video where I reviewed her Empowered palette, and I was really pleasantly surprised by these foundation sticks. So I'm going to be using 530R, which is coffee bean, and 520G, which is nutmeg. So I like to combine these because I feel like I get like the perfect warm golden undertone that I'm always looking for. I did promise you guys that I would be trying another one of her concealers because I don't like the other concealer that she has, but this one right here is her newer one, and it's the Luminous Matte, and it's in the shade Peanut Butter. So I did pick this up when I was at Sephora. So I'll try it today and I'll see how it wears, but it says it's supposed to be a creaseless 14-hour crease-proof concealer. You know, they're always making these promises, so let's see what this concealer does. I really do like this packaging. You guys know I live for a frosted glass packaging. So let's see how it performs. Okay, it does have a doe foot applicator, which I prefer because I don't like how her other one was packaged. I actually haven't watched any reviews on this concealer, so I don't even know how this concealer actually works, meaning like I don't know like if it really lives up to the promises that it says that it does, and I also don't know like if it dries down pretty quickly. I don't know, so I'm curious to find out. I really didn't put that much concealer on. I feel like you really don't need a lot of product, so I've really been trying to just work more in layers and apply even less foundation, less concealers, and then just slowly blend them all together. And honestly, I really love having less product in my face. I'm usually not the biggest fan of matte concealers, but this one ain't looking so bad so far. I will say that it definitely does dry down quicker than some of my other concealers that I'm more used to. So I'm just trying to work and blend this out. Right now I'm just applying my contour, and I'm using my Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Tan. This is another Huda Beauty product that I really liked. I promise you this is not a Huda video. This video is about the Natasha Denona palette, but you know, as I was pulling out the foundation, I was like, you know, I really love this Tantour. I actually regularly use this to contour my face. I feel like the product is just really nice, good, and creamy. The concealer, however, I'm not 100% sold on it just yet. I'm gonna have to see like how it wears throughout the day and stuff, but just with the way it blends out nicely. Now I am ready to set with powder. And before you do this, remember to go back under your eyes one more time and blend out any concealer that might have settled before you set with your powder. And I'm just gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty. This is her face powder, her foundation powder actually, and this is in the shade 370. It's something about the finish that it gives me. It just always comes out really nice when I set with some type of like face powder first before going in with the loose powder. And now I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier powder, and this is in the shade Honey, I think, right? I'm pretty sure the shade name is Honey. I cannot find the shade name on it, but I'm just gonna go into it and lightly tap off any excess powder. All right, so my bronzer is already applied and I'm loving how this base is looking. Looking at this palette, I don't even know what shades I want to use first. I know I want to use one of these duochromes. This one is Vision and then this one is Invention. I don't know which one I want to use, but I think I'm gonna start off with the matte first. My bronzer is already applied and I love the way my base is looking. So next is the eyeshadow palette. Looking at this palette, I don't know what colors I want to use first. I don't know, you guys. I know I want to use one of the duochromes, like Visionary. Where's Visionary? Vision? No, I'm sorry. Is it Vision? Not Visionary. Vision is up here, and then Invention is like right here. I know I want to use one of the duochromes, but I'm going to go ahead and start off with a matte because I get too carried away when I start to see duochromes. But first, I want to go ahead and blend out the concealer that's on my eye. I'm going to go ahead and start off with Nurture. I really do love the shade names in this palette. And Natasha Denona, her mattes can be super powdery, but they blend really nice. And I want to see how this shade is going to show up on my skin tone. Because sometimes when I use shadows like this, they don't always show up on me. So let's see what this is going to look like. And I'm just starting off with a big fluffy blending brush and I'm just putting this color in my crease. This shade is literally just blending right into my skin tone. I'm not really seeing much color. It's a nice base to start off with. Which color do I want to do next? Risk is really calling my name. It's described as a metallic medium or medium metallic. Yes, let's do it. I'm all about taking risks and I'm actually not afraid to blend out a metallic in my crease. I know some people are like, no, don't ever do that. No, if you do it right, it can come out really nice in your whole look. I'm just laying this color down. I don't plan on blending it just yet. I really just want to lay this color down. This color is really pretty. I feel like right now with it being the holidays and stuff, this color reminds me of like Christmas, obviously because of the color, but I feel like it's beautiful for a winter look. I'm gonna pull this shade out a little bit and wing it just a little bit, not too much. I'm not gonna get carried away like I normally do when I start to play with shadows like this. Where am I going with this look? I don't even know, but listen, you have to have some type of vision and risk and just go for it, okay? So next, I'm gonna go in with a smaller blending brush and just blend out the edges. I'm blending this shade out really carefully because I don't want this to go like up in my brow and be wild and crazy and ridiculous. And I wanna keep my shape. So I'm just gonna take my time and just blend out those edges very carefully. All right, so the next shade I'm gonna take is Aspiration, and that's the dark brown shade in the palette. I just love the shade names, you guys. Like, I love the whole theme of the palette so far. Love the positivity. I'm gonna take a really small blending brush, and I really just want this color in my outer V. Ooh, okay. So this shade is really adding a lot of depth, and I'm not even using a lot at all. But you know what's interesting? In the pan, it looks like it's gonna be like a more richer tone brown. But on my eye, it's coming across like a cooler tone brown. Like, it's definitely adding a lot of depth, what I want it to do, but it's coming across like just not as warm as I probably would have wanted. Speaking of aspirations, 2022 is coming to an end, you guys. What are your aspirations? Like, do you guys have goals that, you know, and aspirations that you still want to meet in 2022? Like, do you guys have dreams? The My Dream palette. Do you guys have any dreams that you haven't accomplished yet, or that you are working towards, or you haven't necessarily even started yet? Let me know if you'd like to share. I would like to know. But just keep working towards your aspirations, your goals, your dreams. Stay motivated. I know sometimes that can be tough for us to do when we're in the thick of it, or even before we even get started, right? But just stay motivated and keep going towards your goal. I'm going back into Nurture. I just want to blend out the top again, just so everything blends into each other. Now I'm going to use one of these duochromes, and I'm going to use Invention. And this duochrome is so pretty. I almost feel like it's like a peach rose gold. And let me show you guys Vision. Vision is so cute too. Vision is almost like a purple green. maybe even some pink hues in there. It just depends on the way that the light hits it. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna use my finger and I'm just gonna go right on my lid. Oh, this is so pretty. I just wish that that brown shade Aspiration was just a lighter, warmer tone brown and it wasn't as cool tone, as dark. But I still love how the eye look is coming together so far. I'm just taking my brush and I'm just trying to perfect the shape of the shadow. I didn't wet my brush. I just want to see what kind of payoff I get. I think I'm gonna need to wet my brush just so that I can get it to stick onto my lid more. All right, so now my brush is wet. So let's see if I can get it to adhere to my lid more. I will say yes, it is now that it's wet. But I still feel like the color payoff is really best when applied with your finger. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use my finger a little bit more. Ooh, okay, so I'm really liking the way this look is turning out. All right, let me calm down. So I really did take a risk by blending in that metallic in my crease. I do like blending metallics in my crease, but it always depends on what kind of metallic, and I feel like it has to be done right. If not, it can really mess up your whole look. It can go south, but it looks really nice. I feel like it's really pulling on burgundy, red, maroon tones, but then you get like the peach and the gold reflect. I really like how it's looking so far. All right, so I'm not done with my lid just yet. I really want to take this color called Babies. It's such a beautiful, like muted blush pink reflective color. You guys know how I am with describing my shades, okay? So I don't want to necessarily do an inner corner highlight, but I just want to take this shade and put it in my innermost corner and then blend it up into Invention. Ooh. And by the way, my brush right now is actually dry. So I'm really loving this color payoff I'm getting. When I use a dry brush with Invention, I didn't really get that much color payoff. And I just want to blend Babies and Invention together right here. But I still want Babies to show. Oh, look at that nice transition. I need to blend it a little bit more, but it looks good. I really want to use this shade one day just with a matte and just blend it into it. Like, it's really pretty. And I'm taking the shade Babies and I'm just lightly tracing it up into just the very top of Invention. Like, I just want it to just like create a light ombre effect and just spill over into the duochrome shade. Ooh, so pretty. For my lower lash line, I've been eyeing this shade Familia. So I'm gonna take this on my lower lash line and just blend this out. This shade Familia really does have some really nice warm red brown tones in it. I feel like that really complements Risk really well. I'm gonna take another blending brush and just blend that out. Ooh, okay. So I went ahead and did a winged liner with this look, and I did pair it with some winged lashes. And I really love the fact that the winged lashes is really bringing out the shape that I did with my eyeshadow. I think it looks really good. All right, so I need to apply blush. I'm gonna use Pat McGrath, and this is in the shade Love Struck. I don't wanna do too much blush today, you guys. I'm really gonna try. I get carried away, but I can't today because I don't want it to overpower what I have on my eye look. So I'm just gonna lightly tap this in. I don't know why I love putting on blush so much. I guess it's the whole application process. Like, the brush itself feels so good. For my lips, I want to use a new lipstick. This is new to me. It's not like brand new, but I haven't tried it yet. It's the Fenty Icon lipstick. It says captivating color, velvety wear, light as air. So the way that it's supposed to work is that you basically have refills. So this is how it comes. So this is the actual lipstick holder. I love the fact that there's a reflective casing on this. This comes in so handy when you're trying to apply your lipstick. And the shade of the lipstick that I got is called Pose Queen. So you screw this in. Oh, so I definitely should have read the instructions as I was installing it because I already messed up the lipstick. I literally didn't, and I just tried to figure it out. So you do screw it into the base, and then you pop the lipstick in here. And so when you twist this, it opens up the lipstick, and then you can pull the lipstick out, right? Yes, you pull it out. Oh, I'm so mad that I smushed this lipstick, but it's okay. I'll still use it because the shade looks like it's really pretty. Wow, this lipstick is really comfortable on the lips. Like, it feels like when she says light as air, it's that light. Like, I'm really surprised. It almost feels like you don't have anything on your lips. I just don't know how long lasting it'll be, but it's very comfortable. For lip gloss, I'm gonna use one of my Juvia's Place lip glosses. Check out my last video if you haven't watched it already. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Dolce Latte. Now, Dolce Latte is more of like a pinky clear nude, and I feel like this lip gloss will go really perfect with this lip. So let's see. All right, so I'm definitely feeling this lip combo. It looks so good. I'm actually gonna get more of these lipsticks. The fact that they feel so light, like, if you haven't tried out these lipsticks, get one. It just feels different than the rest. Like, it just feels super light, like almost like you don't have anything on your lips. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look. What do you guys think? Tell me what you guys think. How do you feel about the palette? For me personally, I love how my look came out. I love how sultry my eyes are. I will say that with this palette, it was very easy to use. The formula was great, and I really did enjoy it. And if you are into pinky mauve tones, go ahead and get this palette. If you're not into those pinky mauve tones, then I would say maybe you might want to skip out on this palette and maybe purchase one of her other palettes. But if you're someone who wants more of a natural color scheme, or maybe just even more color, then maybe this palette isn't for you. But if you think that you could come up with a few different looks, and if you like the color scheme, go ahead and pick this palette up. So yeah, let me know if you do pick this up. As for Huda's concealer, I do like the finish of what I'm getting so far. I will be honest, like this luminous matte, it's so bizarre because I honestly don't like matte concealers. I'm really not a fan, but I will have to wear this throughout the day to see if I actually really like this. But first impressions, I like it better than her other concealer. I'll say that. For this lip combo, oh my goodness, I love this lip combo. This Fenty Icon lipstick, I can't believe I'm only waiting till now to try it. It feels really light on my lips, like literally like I don't have anything on my lips. That is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you guys would love to see from me. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead, subscribe to my channel, turn your notification bell on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.